First thing we have, the jacket for, there's no number on here. For Happy Tap? Happy Tap. Oh, here, Jesus, right in front of me. Excuse me, never mind. Okay, item number 21 is Mark Lavora. Okay. That's the fourth district now, huh?
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello. You're, you gonna be taking over the Happy Tap?
Yeah. Licensing for Happy Tap.
Okay, and,
Applying for license for Happy Tap. We had application. We had all the inspectors through this morning for.
have you done this before, or?
Yes. I have a bar right now. I've been in the business forever. I have a bar right now in Greenfield on 51st and Cold Spring called Levere's.
Okay. So you're familiar with all the rules and everything, so,
Yes.
okay. Does anybody else have any questions?
Mr. Chair,
Alderman Weigel?
the old International Tap, is that what
Yeah,
Levere's
yes,
is?
yes.
Have you had any problems there in Greenfield? I guess I
No,
didn't
not at
check.
all.
Okay. And Levere's, that name goes back to
Yeah,
the east
that's
side of
from my
Milwaukee.
family. I had Levere's on Oklahoma, 68th and
68th and Oklahoma.
Yeah, that was bada bing, and I cleaned it up and straightened it out and ran it as a tavern instead of a club for
Yeah,
years.
Yeah,
And I had the saloon on Rawson and Howe with another partner in Oak Creek for years. That burnt down.
Okay.
That had that fire there. in that
what about
corner.
the one on the east side on Prospect?
Prospect Avenue was my father.
Okay, I was
brother.
gonna say, you're not old enough to have been.
I bartended there. I'm 62, so I was there, just back in the day when Molitor and all them were
Yeah,
coming in.
yeah, okay.
Been doing this my whole life.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Move for approval, Mr. Chair.
Is that subject to necessary requirements? Is that subject to necessary
Yes.
requirements?
I second.
Okay.
SNTR.
Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Good luck.
Motion
Thank you
carries.
very
Yeah.
much. Thank you, gentlemen.
Sure. Then we have item 22, Sarah Warren, Kyle Ida. Okay. Now you can be opening up, let's see, that's the old pickle place. I'm sure you're probably tired of hearing that, but everybody knows it as the pickle place.
With the green siding.
And so now,
Oh, teal.
I know you were looking at various other things to do with the property and everything, and is that gonna change your mind if that doesn't get okayed, or how's that?
Well, at this point, we're not pursuing anything for like outdoor dining or anything like that. We're pretty flexible, and we understand that moving into this property is a growing thing. We have to build rapport with you. So if we have, 25 seats indoors, that's a good place for us to start.
Okay. Does anybody else have any?
Mr. Chair, is this a
Alderman Roth.
petition to go over quota, or what? This is for
Yeah.
a craft brewery, correct?
Yeah. This is a communication to, petition to exceed the license quota.
So then we have to go to a public hearing, correct?
Right.
Yeah, Mr. Chair.
Alderman Haas?
And so your plan, you're calling yourself a brewery, and I didn't have it, you have your business plan here. Are you going to be brewing in the facility, or is that an idea in the future that you might do that, or from day one are you brewing? Tell us about that.
Currently speaking, we can put a one-barrel brew system in there, and we would like to be brewing in the facility. We're also interested in it because it gives us the opportunity to make some of our own food, and we think that's a niche that a lot of the craft breweries are missing out on.
We are planning to apply for a full-on brew pub license.
Okay, right, you have to get your brewer's license from the federal government. Where are you in that process?
We need permission from you guys, we need the architect's plans, and then we can bundle that up, send it off to the feds for approval.
And one more thing, Mr. Chair, and this would just be
Alderman Roth.
craft beer only. This is not liquor, not cider.
Yeah, no liquor.
Not production. We are, with the brew pub license, I think that includes the ability to sell it, if I'm not mistaken, but we
So
won't be
this isn't-
producing anything like that.
I mean, Wait a minute.
Please.
That's it. You mean you'll be able to sell a hard liquor and everything? This license will give you the right to do that, but you're not making it, that's what you said.
Correct.
So the answer to your
Right.
question is yes, they will be serving hard liquor also, not just
What
beer.
does West Stallion have?
That's a state license of some kind.
Go ahead.
Please, someone.
All right, so West Stallion is only a brewery. They are only brewing beer on premises and selling that beer only with limited exceptions of like a guest beer and stuff like that. Brew Pub is a brewery that also has a full liquor license and beer license that they could sell other people's alcohol.
So that's why we're have the public hearing for going over quota because of the liquor
As they're getting a
aspect.
license from us, West Stallion only has a license through the state,
Okay.
or a permit through the state.
But they have a license with us.
No, West Stallion does not,
Didn't they come in for a,
no.
they don't need, I thought they needed one,
You
okay.
gave them money.
Alone.
We're not gonna go that way.
So the brew pub license is not a license we issue.
Correct.
That's issued by the state of Wisconsin. And does that have any restrictions on it? Like
Just-
food?
Yeah, it is required to have a restaurant.
Okay, and what's the restriction, is there a percentage of food sales?
I think it's less than more than 50%, or less than 50% for the alcohol part of it, I believe.
If I may, I believe the restriction
Right.
comes from the feds.
Yeah.
And the enforcement usually goes that should we be dinged for other things, they would then look at our receipts to determine the balance of food sales to beverage sales. And I believe we'd have to demonstrate 60% on the food side.
So the license you're getting from the state of Wisconsin is gonna require you to say that you're doing 60% food.
Yes.
Because I read your business plan, and I don't see 60% food in here. I don't see how you're gonna get there, I guess.
Yeah, Mr.
And I'd hope you're not just relying on lack of enforcement.
No,
No.
Okay.
no. Go ahead.
As we've begun to develop our menu options, looking at the facility, focusing on some interesting appetizers, hot dogs, your standard grilled cheese, chili, and stuff like that, we think we can do more like a 7-8 item menu.
Oh, and me?
I was just gonna mention that.
Oh, okay.
And those receipts that the federal government looks at, is it sales or is it dollars?
I believe it's a percentage of the dollars,
Yeah.
correct me if I'm
It
right?
wouldn't be item count.
No.
No.
Yeah, it would make more sense to be dollars, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but this petition is just to
Get it to public hearing.
get it to, public hearing for the over quota. So,
Yeah, because there's no license application attached to this. We have no floor plan here,
Right.
right? This is not the license.
Correct.
And
So-
Mr. Chair, I move for approval to proceed to a public hearing on this issue.
I'll second.
is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Mr. Chairman,
Oh, wait a
will
minute.
that hearing be scheduled for 30-day notice, right?
If you haven't applied yet, right?
No.
So we got a 15-day lead time, so if you come in soon, we can get the public hearing for October 15th.
Just trying to get the time frame straight for everybody.
Okay,
What would that deadline be for us?
The application needs to be on file 15 days prior to them granting, so. by
September
October-
30th?
Yeah,
Okay.
September,
Really, you don't have a deadline, it's just a matter of
September
whether.
30th.
You want to make the next meeting?
Right.
Yeah, the deadline to be October 15th would be September 30th, yeah.
Thanks.
okay. Okay, then we have item number 23, various license.
Move approval.
Second.
Now, these are all licenses we have gone through already?
Those are all ones that are okay.
Don't have a problem.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. 24, special event permit.
Move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carry. Then we have 26, which is a police
25.
report. Yep, 25. No, sorry, we got 25, right? Sorry about that? Okay, this is for the music permit for the Studs Pub.
Move approval.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Now we're at police report. Number
Move
26.
to place on file.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Then we have this, the report for the tobacco compliance.
No violations.
With no violations, a very thin report.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that's
Yeah.
That's good,
Move
that's
to
good.
place on file.
Second.
Yeah, I was laughing. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Then we have, let's see, item number 28. This report involving, okay, item 28, well, let's take item 28. This was on the police report. Do I have a motion to place this on file? They did everything right. Anybody read the police reports?
I thought that was the one where they had the minors present.
Yeah, 28 is the one where it's the recurring problem with this one individual who lives in
Right,
the neighborhood who keeps
right.
coming in. Yeah. Yes.
So you want to call them in?
No, I
I
don't
don't think
blame
there's
them.
anything he can do.
Right, I didn't think it was their
I
fault,
Yeah.
believe, yeah.
because I thought they asked them to leave,
Yeah,
yeah.
28 place on file.
Okay, you're making that motion?
Yes.
Do I have a second?
And I'll second it.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Then we have Paulie's where they did serve somebody for the compliance check. Like to hold them and call them in.
Yes.
And then we have the summons and complaint for Las Palmas. Let's see.
So, Mr.
They went
Chair,
along. Oh, these are the ones that were.
Findings.
these are the findings.
Yeah, these are the
Well,
findings.
someone's
I
a
think.
complaint and the findings is 31.
Well,
30.
30 is
and
the,
31.
30 is the summons.
is the summons and complaint. So I believe 30, 32, 34 would be on file, 31, 33, and 35 would be to approve. And with that, I will make that
Oh, wait.
motion.
Well, let's take
You wanna do
them
them
separately, yeah.
So, okay,
Let's take
item
them
30 would be on file.
Yeah, but
Second.
we got that, we already voted on this, I thought. Under other. Okay, so, a second, and, okay, and then, number 31 was to approve?
Correct.
Yes. And, Mr. Chair, a reminder,
Yes,
was that
go
a
ahead.
15-day, what did we do there? 50 days, no liquor service, no
Who's this?
alcohol service?
October 1st to
Oh,
October
10th,
10 days.
right,
consecutive.
right.
10 consecutive days, no alcohol. The restaurant can stay open, but no beverage, no
Correct.
alcoholic beverages.
Correct. So, is there any further discussion on either one of these? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Give me a sec. Go ahead.
I was gonna suggest, item 32 for file and 33 for approval.
I second on both. And please remind
Wait a
me
minute.
also what was the punishment?
They were 15 days,
That was 15 days?
not all in a row.
Between now and the end of the year, they pick the dates.
Mr. Chair?
Oh, that's very generous. of
Yes,
us.
Mr. Chair?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been closed every time I've gone by there.
One of the days, let's see, today's 17th. Today was one of the days.
Oh, okay.
And Assistant City Attorney called me and said, should we call them back, say they can't have this day? And I just says, well, if they already got it down, instead of going through the whole procedure again, that's fine.
Because I was under the impression we were gonna wait until the council
The
approved.
17th, yeah.
Yeah, I was,
For-
under- yeah.
Yeah, so it would be only for today.
But they've been closed a bunch of other days. I'm
Well-
not sure. Do they understand that they got another 15 days, 14 days
There's a,
coming?
yeah,
I
there
did-
there is a list. The
Okay.
city attorney's
Okay.
office has a list.
Okay.
You got the copy.
What's that?
You got a copy.
Okay,
Christmas is one of them, I mean, it's
Alderman May did,
Thanksgiving is.
you
And I
made second?
Yes.
Okay, is there any further discussion on 32 and 33? All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Motion carries. Okay, then we have 34 and 35, basically the same
Same
thing.
thing, we can,
34, Mr.
34?
Chair,
Place
move to
on
place
file.
34 on file and approve 35.
So moved.
Second?
Or what?
Okay, he made the
He-
motion.
I know
he
what
made
you
the
meant.
motion.
And
He
so-
beat me to it.
It's fine.
So, who-
Third it.
so Wago's second.
It's fine.
Literally say, guys are trying to confuse me and it's working.
It's working.
Yeah. Is there any further discussion on either one of these? All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carries.
Chair, I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? We are adjourned.
All right, and the Administration and Finance Committee will come to order. All 5 members are present, and we'll start with our joint agenda items, which are 7 and 8. So item 7, a resolution to authorize Director of Public Works to sign a proposal for professional services. $18,000 is the amount.
Awesome.
Move approval.
Motion
Second.
from Alderman Weigel, second from Alderman Chaplesky. Is there any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. And then item 8 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of hardware, equipment, service supports for mobile asset works.
Move approval.
second.
Motion from Alderman May, second from Alderman Weigel. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Then on our supplemental agenda is item 8A, and we're gonna buy a fire truck.
Move for approval?
Yeah.
With donated money.
Right, the important thing with donated money, yes.
And Haas wants the first ride as the biggest donor.
Yeah.
He gets to run
And then I want one because I donated.
Yeah.
I'm teasing. There's no conflict of
Yeah.
interest here.
Yes.
You
yes.
had to
You're interested in driving it.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Yeah, and Chief Puller, yeah, thank you to you and your staff for the work getting that together and making this happen. It's been a while. So, yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about this thing for quite some time.
Mr.
Right.
Chair, where is it now?
Right now, it's still up in Sheboygan, the collector has it.
Okay,
Once we get the check cut, then we'll go up there and arrange transport down here. So get flatbed down.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Just got a question. Now, who's going to own that?
The city will own it.
The city, will be city property?
Yeah.
Okay. So the city has to maintain it?
Oh.
I don't think I don't think we're
That's
going to
fine.
fight fires with it, though.
we got a new,
No, I know, I know.
mechanic now.
I understand. They have their own mechanic. We don't have to worry. So, okay.
All right, and then, moving on to item 9, resolution amending the authorization given to the city administrator to enter into a professional service agreement with HR Pro Consulting.
Move approval.
Second.
Motion from Alderman May, second from
And
Alderman
Mr.
Weigel.
Chair,
Any
and we-
discussion?
How long is this for?
Ms. Grill.
This would give enough for till the end of the year. Hopefully, we'll have someone before the council to take the person's place in November or early December. So this is just giving the ability to, if we need to go through the end of the year. So, because it has.
And it's a
the amount
maximum
is
number.
because
So this
it's
is an
the
up to,
whole-
this is an
yes.
up to number. It
This
says
is
not to exceed.
For the whole year.
So it could cost a lot less.
Well, not a lot less.
Could cost less, I wouldn't say a lot, yes.
It's a relevant
couple
term.
months.
It's a relevant term.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 10, resolution relative to accepting a single source proposal from WCTC for Lean Six Sigma Greenbelt training.
Move approval.
Motion from Alderman May,
Second.
second from Alderman Rote. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 11, a resolution to create City of West Dallas policies and procedures
Move
regarding
approval.
volunteer policy.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Ms. Grill, can you tell us what
Yeah, I
this
was gonna
does?
ask some questions.
So that,
Mr. Maddie, can you tell us what this
I will
does?
come up- Well, this cost the city $0 and could save us thousands.
All right.
Um,
That's what we want to hear.
Can you drive it?
But can you drive it?
This essentially allows residents to volunteer for the city beyond committees, boards, and commissions. And it also allows employees to volunteer for city opportunities on their own volition.
How about employees that are not residents of the city? Yes, so that's the extension there, yeah, good.
Yeah, police and fire and library would continue to operate their own volunteer programs, which are already well-run. This would just be city.
Mr. Chair? Oh, sorry.
Alderman Weigel and then Alderman May.
So I helped with the county and their volunteer policy. I didn't see like a lot of meat here. We're still gonna flesh out like a lot of details, like if someone wanted to use a lawnmower, whose would it be? How does that work? We're still working on that?
that would be working with a specific department.
Okay.
And our risk management group.
Would have
We
to
didn't
review.
want to put
Yeah.
a whole bunch of.
No, we're still gonna
things
flesh
in
out
the
some of those
policy,
details.
But
Yeah,
as
yeah.
we work through the different types of volunteers, those things will be kept in mind.
Right.
And, yeah, this just really expands our program, so we have people helping at the farmer's market, helping with the different events that we are gonna be having.
Because we're planning on doing buckthorn invasive species removal at the dog park. So we'd have volunteers using hand saws, cutting down shrubs, essentially.
The department would just give
Yeah.
them an orientation of how to
Yeah.
use them safely.
I'm not thinking chainsaws or stuff like that.
Mr. Chair.
Alderman May.
So it mentioned something in there about the volunteering would be run through the communication department, which I thought was very odd. Why is that?
You're
The
not talking
basis for
about
that is a lot of it is gonna be having to do with events.
Mhm.
So just having it in one place, that's why we had it in the communications.
So
department.
any event that has volunteers, the communication department's gonna be in charge of making sure these volunteers are written down, that they're getting their training, they're getting all these things?
Not any event. So the police has their annual cleanup, that
Mhm.
will still be done.
Right.
by the police. It will be done in conjunction with the communications department, so if Public Works is having an event, they're actually the ones that are responsible for
Mhm.
the volunteers, but it will just flow through the communications department.
Okay. Am I the only one who thought that was a little weird? I have nothing against the communications
Right.
department.
Yeah.
I just never,
Well, if we run through the city attorney's office, it'll never.
and we'll never have an opportunity
it
for
would, but-
volunteerism.
Go ahead, John.
The waiver would be longer.
The tourism and event coordinator would act as the volunteer coordinator, so the idea was kind of to centralize the whole process, so like, it's more efficient.
Okay, so let me ask this as well, if a neighborhood association wanted to do something like plant fruit trees in a boulevard somewhere, and they want to volunteer and do this for the city, it would still go through communications department to get approvals and everything for this?
We probably work with the
Point of
Public
contact.
Works department,
Health department doesn't want
Yeah.
fruit trees.
Right. Well, I just,
yes.
That was a.
I mean,
that was a
if
first.
neighborhood association comes to me
I
and says
know.
they want to do this, would I say, contact John Matty over at the communications
Yes.
department, he'll
You
tell you what
could
to
do
do?
that, but I think what we're planning on doing is putting together like a volunteer request form. So
Mhm.
departments, there'll be a basic form, fill out what the volunteer opportunity is, resources needed,
Sure.
who, what, when, where.
And then is the purpose of this that those volunteers are covered then under city's insurance if they get hurt?
We do have volunteer insurance, they would be covered under that.
Okay.
The city attorney has said that we no longer have to collect the waiver,
Oh, good.
so,
One less hurdle.
so as long as the people are receiving no compensation
Mhm.
from the city, then they are volunteers. If they receive compensation, then they would be under our workers' comp. So
Compensation, does that include donuts and coffee for showing up on a Saturday morning?
that,
or-
there's some,
Yeah,
we're supposed to offer that to anyone who might be in the area we're gonna be giving those names.
I got it. Yep,
Ah.
I get it.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thanks, John. Item 12, the Finance Director Comptroller Report. Have a motion to place on file.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Item 13, a resolution regarding CDBG Annual Action Plan.
Move approval. This was our public
That was
hearing
a
item.
This is our public
Second.
hearing item.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I do, because I didn't bring it up at the council meeting. Is this gonna help us not have a tent city like Milwaukee has?
This is, yes.
How?
So what happens there are groups that are coming into this area, and
The Angels.
the Angels or the Feeding the Flock groups, they have a great mission, I understand. But in some cases, they're enabling homelessness, in the sense that providing a tent and providing security that way. It does seem like it's a great mission, but then you have the tent cities that just don't. This is the help, when we hear of homelessness direct, outreach, get the person to, we'll meet with them, they're familiar, how to deal with them, directing people to a shelter, getting them the services that they need, social service agencies. So it's the Housing First initiative versus trying to provide them something to stay comfortable where they're at.
Okay, so there seems to be a fair amount of tent people living in my district. Who do I call to,
We will have,
Who?
it'll be through Milwaukee County. Milwaukee County will provide that service within our district.
and who's gonna provide that number to
Our
me?
housing agency will have. that.
Luke will.
Luke will provide.
So I call Luke.
Yes.
Okay, that's the answer I was looking for.
And Mr. Chair,
Go ahead.
I believe you can call 211 at any time also. Just dial 211 and call it, and they'll take the information and also provide resources, so.
I always like a face behind the phone.
I
number,
understand.
And I know what Luke looks like.
But on a Friday night,
Mr.
Who's not
Chair.
available, who's not available, you can call them.
yeah.
And Alderman Weigel.
So, but citizens could call a police non-emergency number and
Correct.
they would, it's not just for us,
Right, but
This is also
they
the
hand it
agency
off
will
too,
work-
though. They say
Yeah.
it's not their deal, it's, I just wanna know who to call.
The police can also direct people to this agency that will be helping as well, so if they have an individual that is dealing with a crisis, they can direct it to this agency that will be helping.
Okay.
Any
Thank you.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Any other items properly before the committee? Have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're adjourned. Thanks, everybody.
You're not.
You coming down for that?